Hi guys, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have a Divine Masculine Twin Flame read for you. I'm going to get right into it. There's a lot to cover. It is today, May 28, 2019. The 28 is the Two of Wands. It's also a 1 of the masculine energy, so the 8 of inner strength and balance, with the 2 on the outside of the feminine energy, but being a good mediator, seeing eye to eye. But the 28 is the Two of Wands. It can be the Y in the road of needing to choose a path, or it can just represent the twin flames, the two flames. The day adds up to 45-9, which is the Five of Cups, which can be grief. It can be letting go of loss, and it can just be, not letting go of that baton to get to the fourth leg of the race. So Two of Wands and Five of Cups. And the energy's been a little bit lower today. And there was other people around me complaining of that as well. It was funny, my son had a nightmare last night, and it was perfect because teaching about the space between the words, like when certain symbols or animals come up in your dreams, if several of the same type of animal come up, what is the one that's missing? That may be the clue. So just giving you guys another clue to maybe unfold some of the information from your dreams. Let's see, the read was done at 11:28, so here we have the 28 again of the Two of Wands and the 11 of Justice. The only major arcana for the Divine Masculine today, and don't forget this is the Divine Masculine within the Feminine as well, the only major arcana was Starseed today, which is like the Fool. There were 3 swords, 5 cups, which is very unusual for the masculine, and 2 wands, so a lot of emotions there. And you notice there were no pentacles at all, so no money-making stuff going on today. The Knight of Swords, there could be, but it might not be the focus at work. The Knight of Swords came up, as well as the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, so all those cups were there except for the Page. And then the King of Wands came up as the card after the read, as the King of Wands Shaman. But the King of Wands came up 3 times. It was just 2, 2, 2 there. There's 3 King of Wands, all right? So 3 twos. So it might be saying that the King of Wands may actually be a feminine, or just the High Priestess of using their psychic abilities, the masculine coming into his psychic abilities, or admitting to them, or whatever, becoming shaman-like, okay? And that's definitely here. So there were 3 King of Wands, not only in the read, but all bunched up at the end with that King of Wands shaman. The numbers and the coding here are all about, well, there was no numerology cards, but there were 2 3s and 2 10s in the read, so it's very much about endings, and 3s, third-party situations or third-party interferences, or coming together as far as groups and things like that, but also the numbers 5, 10, 3, 28, 33, 10, 10, 35, which is the Wounded Warrior, 57, the Three of Swords, which also came up 3 times, all in the same area of the read, 79, which is for me the Pot of Gold at the end of the rainbow, and then 10 of Destiny, the Wheel of Fortune, the High Vibration, and then 352 also came up. And you notice that's 35 and 52, which is the Wounded Warrior, and the Queen of Swords, which is very much about the Mary Magdalene energy. So there was no numerology card, but the code and messages were all about expansion. And it was interesting, some Hebrew was coming up today. So it was all about expansion, or the Hierophant, or change of an aid, 1 high vibration, the Wise One, to clear things, to clear separation, or clear by separation, the Knight of High Vibration, and then which is I Shaman. So the masculine coming up, the King of Wands Shaman came up separately from the Re in the coding. So this is 2 times right next to each other saying King of Wands Shaman. And this can represent the masculine or the feminine, just depends on your situation. And remember, this is a general read, so if it doesn't fit your situation, then it may not be a read for you. Okay? It depends on where you are in your journey and, what soul group you may be in, okay? So don't try to force it to fit if it's not your situation. And there are some sticky situations that were coming up in the read today. So if it's not you, don't assume that it is or it's anything to worry about, and you shouldn't be worrying anyway. You should just be staying present. Okay? So this is also the message was coming up about the change of the human embodiment of source energy, maybe fading today. You might feel a little bit drained, or one maybe tense about their age, getting older and feeling more drained, but also the Empress coming up here around separation of thoughts, right? Blocking you. And also the night, at nighttime, or the nights, okay, coming in, the movement, like feeling struggling to get moving today, but also that high vibration of wanting to be free and really feeling that source energy of the shaman, the Re, okay? And then I was also getting that expansion of Adonai, okay? Adonai Eloheinu Melech ha-Olam Yotzer Adam ha-Adam. Okay, and that was all about, Baruch Atah is blessed are you, Lord Adonai Eloheinu is Lord our God, and then sovereign of our universe, creator of man. So it's just a quote in Hebrew, okay? But it's bringing up Adonai as Lord of the high vibration, the wise one, of broken hearts, or destined clearing of separation, good at destiny of shaman, good at being the knight of shaman, okay? So it's all about the masculine and coming into his shaman embodiment, okay? And allowing the change that it's coming up as the Hierophant, and Hierophant very much can be God. So it's about the Hierophant's expansion, the need for change. May relate to some of the Jewish masculines, as Adonai Eloheinu is coming up as God, right? So it's the change of the Lord, that high vibration, the wise one of broken hearts, to follow their guidance, your higher self guidance, that you will be good in the destiny of shaman. Also, 2 nights was coming up in the read, and 2 nights would end up on the 30th, which also I got the other day as one of the significant days, and I was getting portals back to back, so I was getting like there was a portal on the 23rd to the 24th, I think it was, and then now to the 29th to the 30th is opening up again, so back to back portals. So there might be a lot of draining energies coming in, which is okay. So getting into the read today, hold on, I forgot to pull the cards again. I'm so bad at that. Okay, so the underlying energy cards here are the Adept of Orbs, which is like the Knight of Swords, and the 5 of Crystals, which is like the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, like this. Okay, so you have that message. For me, often this is 5D messages. You see sending a message in the bottle. I want to say message in the bottle. Message in the bubble, but both, okay? So the message, there's a message or an announcement coming out of the exile of the King of Cups and family, his family, between him and his family, with the Queen of Cups reversed, not taking steps as wounded warrior, third party, separation, jealous, envy, any of that stuff, insincerity coming up, and betrayal, ending the pain. Masculine could be looking back to only see flame with a delayed fresh start as a big bomb drops in front of the King of Wands shaman. Okay, and this is just a summary at first. Like a 5D message out of the cold or exile from a group, not taking the steps or dumping attachments, synchronicities, the King of Cups wounded warrior sees only one past flame at present, challenged by separation, family, Knight of Cups, jealous insincerity, and no fresh start because of falling on their face, Queen of Cups reversed, betrayal or ending pain, lacking faith and falling on face at present to flame and shaman. And I was getting to, there may be a shaman that may be a connection between the feminine and the masculine. And that was at the time of 1139, which is the Knight of Cups, with justice. So as we get into the read, that Knight of Swords and 5D messages are announcements coming out of exile, falling on their face to find happiness, letting go of their wounds, with the Queen of Wands reversed, who may be pissed or tired, and him lacking faith and possibly her with anger issues. Awakened to secret or his own psychic abilities by abandonment and sharing with others and standing in his truth no matter what. Business expansion may be going on as well as settling out at workplace. And whenever I say workplace, it's really about that 3 of Pentacles. So it could be anywhere where people come together for co-creation. So it could be a school, a church, an art center, whatever it is, okay? But if I say workplace, you may think of it in another way. That's fine. Take it as it comes. So settling out at workplace to leave it behind and take down all who don't like it, or people who try to fight it, by just him standing in his truth is all. Hand fasting ceremony by man in slouchy boots, with the colors of Mary Magdalene buttercup and rose, and the officiator may be wearing peach or orange as well. Right peg leg on crutches will take their time to catch up, clearing the beach, testing the waters, giving to others, but creating strong boundaries to energy vampires around them. Maybe if he marries, he's not welcome back in the business or family, or maybe the Queen of Wands is no longer welcome there. Looking back at the High Priestess and the Awakening, which could just be secret and awakening, and waiting for the Divine Feminine to return possibly to the workplace or wherever it is. And it was just 11/11. Refusing to walk away in uncomfortable emotions from twin, perfect mate, and lover, facing each other eye to eye. The heat is on to give affection at the new moon, which is June 3rd. Okay, and June 3rd happens to be my dad's birthday, so that's kind of cool. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything on this page that I wanted to tell you. Oh, before I started the read, I got Adonai Eloheinu, but then I was getting from the Wounded Warrior, come fly with me. Okay, so that was coming up at 11:25. And again, I got 2 nights and 10 nights. So the 2 nights ends on the 30th, 10 nights ends up on 6/6 to 6/7. Okay? And also, Supreme Court came up for some reason. When I opened, I saw the Lincoln Memorial. So that's bringing up for me, again, the different temples in, the Colosseum, but also the Greek temples. So all that stuff was coming up again. So with this new moon, it's going to be very important on June 3rd. And I was just getting, it's like my father coming in to give me away on 6/3. So there's nothing specific about that kind of thing. It's just representative of the energy of the twins coming together right now. Give your relationship a chance. Comes up for the masculine, and beneath that was attraction. And then the word is out. Possibly talking to the butt, like talking to the hand, talking to the butt. Touching asses all day, perhaps. People putting it out there for him to touch and see, and keeping quiet about it, or getting attention for touching left cheek. Rubbing ointment on a boo-boo. Mary Magdalene with some masculines may consider their Divine Feminine or that Mary Magdalene energy as having good connections, so that it might be an idea for them. Oh, maybe I can get some good connections out of them. But that the Divine Feminine may be giving him the silent treatment, or just because he never replied to anything. And then the Knight of 28, which is today, comes up as the Queen of Cups reversed, manipulative. So a Queen of Cups around the masculine, which could also be this Queen of Wands. They could be the same person, because I've often gotten the Leo-Cancer combination there, and she's definitely coming up as a Cancer here. But the Queen of Cups reverse is coming up around the masculine as manipulating him. And then I was also, though, getting the Mary Magdalene song, try not to get worried, try not to hold on to problems that upset you. Oh, don't you know, everything's going to be all right, everything's going to be fine. And it's cool, and the ointment's sweet for the fire in your head and feet. So this could also be a father dealing with their children, with some boo-boos and that kind of thing. So Bunny and Dove watching him do his thing, Red Boots flashing her ass again to get attention, to send a message. Someone gets silenced as Lobster retrieves their pearl. What was an infection is now a cure. Pearly whites and deep sea diving. Nowhere else on earth would you find this kind of pearl. Someone's wisdom teeth may be coming in, and Dad rubbing Novocaine on teeth. Friends drinking in the mountains, young girls doing sexual favors, Route 44 and high top affections, having, so that could be up in the air as well, come fly with me, okay, having affairs at business functions and keeping quiet about it, or keeping the girl quiet while others having wife-swapping parties or just having affairs with friends or relatives of this so-called happy couple. Playing dirty games to get the other jealous, no longer fun and now just drinking too much, or partners or children are now reflecting the parents' issues, whether it's drinking or exploitive sex behaviors, anything like that. The children now may be mimicking, and now that may be a lesson for the masculine, the feminine, and or their karmics, okay? So change comes up as number 5, which is also about freedom, expansion, competition, fighting, okay? But number 44 is underneath that, environment. So it's all about mastering your environment first, and then allowing the change to happen. Cheers at the bar, or chef's kitchen, or chalet, log cabin, or 5-diamond resort. There could be a 5-diamond hill as well, a black diamond. Laying down swords, apologizing, detoxing, waiting for his ship to come in. So maybe apologizing and now detoxing for having waited for a ship to come in. Horny cowboy, not using his intuition. Red eyes, which could be his or someone watching him. Viking ship leaving as gray becomes white, so things clear out. The devil is leaving and secret is out. Chinese food, grass and chopsticks. Getting tools of jade or cutting tools of jade. So someone might have cutting tools made out of jade, but that was definitely coming up. The marshes needing to be cleaned up. The Tang Dynasty, wands, dishes, or tablecloths. So some people may have antiques also. They're coming up here. Things of value. Green silk, water stained. A fire happened, all up in smoke, and all ruined by sprinkler system, or water leaks with mold in the ceilings. At the slivery moon, okay, that could be near the new moon or right before or right after, of Scorpion King needing the courage of the Lion King. Okay, so I was definitely getting this message when I was talking to my son this morning, that the lion happened to be missing. Okay, and that's all about courage. And Scorpio and Leo coming up, so there's Scorpio energy here, especially coming off the full moon. But Scorpio is the kind to lay behind and kind of sliver around things, to not be seen and heard, but be in control, right? They're the people behind the lines who make the Aries get killed first on the front line, okay? They're the ones calling the orders. So it's the call for the Scorpion energies to be brave and come out front, to be boldly who you are and have courage to come forward, especially to your divine feminine, okay? The Scorpion King needing the courage of the Lion King. Dallas Cowboys, ski trips and Vikings at the shore, and seagulls. We're all coming up here. As I turn the page, it's 242, 2 being the High Priestess, and 42, the Two of Cups, of seeing eye to eye. The gullible and pure-hearted fly high in dark skies. Dark shadows linger as swords come down, possibly lost a sword collection, all because people didn't pay attention to their intuition. Are they apologizing for real or to get what they want? Announcements and secrets are out about lovers and enemies and boundaries, and how love, Queen of Cups, can break all boundaries. Slave owners that freed their slaves and children because they were the slave owners of the lover and the children. So it's saying this is how boundaries change. Okay, so when you had slaves and the slave owners, right, all of a sudden the gaps are bridged, because now the slave owner no longer wants them to be slaves because he's now in love with the one and has children with her. And of course he's not going to want his children to be called slaves. So this is where boundaries are changed, is when people come together like that and they see that there are no differences between them and spirit is connecting with me. Okay, and this is when those things change, when people see the oneness amongst themselves. So recently, and I was getting connection a lot right there at 247, but recently for the masculine is that 7 of Cups, but it was coming up more reversed energy, so maybe not taking the steps. The last 2.5 steps may be delayed, 4.5 to 6 and 7, in a split because they're settling up and purging and stressing at home and or union, synchronicities and stairway to heaven with lover and lover twin. And I have to tell you, this never comes up together, but the lovers and the Two of Cups were together in the underlying energy. Let's see if I can show you. Okay, so this is the bottom of my clarifying deck, which is underlying energies, and it was coming up like this. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups and the lovers together, and then this is looking back at the past, and it came up again, so it's like him being very present, looking back to the past and just seeing his flame, as we have the Two of Cups and the lovers together, and then we have the Eight of Cups here reversed, right, where he didn't walk away when he should have. Okay, he's looking back at that. So the foundation here is the King of Cups, and he is upright. Okay, so whether this is the masculine or not, it doesn't have to be. It can just represent unconditional love, but it's upright here, which is really positive. That foundation of the King of Cups rising above an Empress reversed, which can also just be someone in lack. But the Empress reversed, there are abandonment issues and or victim mentality, or a miscarriage or a loss, or this is a woman who's just really mean to those she deems less than her. Poor, meek, weak people, right? So she's a little bit of a snob or elitist. And then we have the central card. Okay, so it's all about the wounded warrior. And the wounded warrior, which is good, was reversed. Okay? So the wounded warrior could be a Leo reversed, or could be dealing or letting go of the wounds with this Leo reversed, being seen as weak, needing courage or strength. And it could also represent ego death, and that's why the wounded warrior is reversed. He's giving up the battle. But I was seeing here also, half-assed love is now dumped as the King of Cups lays down his swords to end war, send a message or apology to a third party, broken heart, or to separate a partnership or marriage, or announce a separation challenged by the Three of Orbs. And remember, I said this came up 3 times all in the same area, and it's upright. Okay, so it's coming in with the lightning striking. And 3 strikes, you're out. The masculine may be worried that the divine feminine, it was just 2244, so that's the Fool, taking a leap of faith, and then the 44 of mastering, grounding and integrating. He may be worried that the divine feminine is like all the other women he's always known, where 3 strikes, you're out, and so can't imagine she would take him back. Masculine may be losing hope and feeling depressed, or just being stubborn, or an Aquarius refusing to move. And the Emperor, destined to be with angel third party, celebrating someone's birthday perhaps, and having sex with Karmic, or her trying to get sex from him, while the divine feminine is actually nearby or present, whether physically or etherically. Separation of angel, Sagittarius, and Emperor, who could be Aries. It doesn't have to be an Emperor if it's another sign, but it's coming up as separation of angel or Sagittarius and Emperor or Aries or Libra, walking away from present with Aquarius, or just his own depression and or stubbornness, grieving words of the messenger of truth, as the King of Cups, wounded warrior, presently is separated, focused now on his flame, looking back. Messenger of truth, who is the Knight of Swords, is out in the cold, in exile, abandoned, has something to say about deception and shadiness of possibly Cancer reversed, or of Devil or Capricorn, Queen of Pentacles reversed, all about getting success and attention and money from others or another's work, ignorant or without intuition. Okay, so, and I'm going to preface this here too, it's just 2424 of the Queen of Wands, so it's saying this is all the Queen of Wands doing, or it's her. Okay, so I want to tell you here, all of the queens were reversed in this reading. They were all present and reversed. 3 kings were up. The only king that was reversed was missing. Okay, the King of Pentacles. He was not in the read. All right, he was still in the deck. So he could be the Emperor reversed, who's hiding out, right? Because he only really, well, he presents it a couple times. Once or twice. But the Emperor reversed could be the same as that King of Pentacles reversed, since all three other kings were coming up upright, unless the Emperor reversed is just saying someone's out of control, could be a feminine, and all of the women, including the Empress, were reversed, and the Emperor. The Page of Pentacles may be studying the gold coin, or to be a shaman, or to be present to his flame, right? Checking things out to learn, with epiphanies and or sudden events and or drama, causing pain for his angel, letting go to express feelings to a new love, letting go to fix things and express feelings to a new love. So I turn the page, it's 303, which is all about the Empress and third-party situations. This is the crowning position, okay? It's the Three of Flames, but this was coming up in the reversed type energy. So the Emperor may be hung up on legs or feet or even toes, or crossing legs, or cross keys, or cross purposes. He may be hung up on any of these things, and protecting himself from getting his heart broken by the messenger of truth, who he longs for, or she longs for him, to hug each other. The King of Wands and Mary Magdalene, buttercup yellow capes. But soon is the Knight of Cups, who's also coming up reversed. All right, so that's where the jealousy and insincerity comes in here, or just someone who's not being their authentic self by wanting to offer love to everyone and not feeling like they're able to do that. But protecting themselves from getting their heart broken by that messenger of truth. So soon this Knight of Cups, crying in his coffee perhaps, patient with Leo reversed, or kids jumping all over the place, or no sunshine when she's gone. Okay, so that was coming up there. Coming together at work. Sagittarius upright and Leo reversed is no cup of tea. Very emotional, insincere, and jealousy. He is 10 of Cups, that's how he's seeing himself. With the world complete as sovereign single, or sealed divine feminine sovereign, trying to hand off the DNA strand baton to him so he can take off. It was just 27-22, which is that leap of faith taking off. And it's just 27-27 of that Ace of Wands times 2. New passion, very strong. So passing on, wanting to pass the baton to him, as he could be still feeling insecure as the magician embodiment, inspired though to learn over loss and finding peace when kids go home or when kids come home to him. Children are definitely as part of the romance angel cards, so they're affecting his love life as well as past life relationships. And true life, this is a romance of a lifetime. Deception, somebody's wearing a mask, and that let your friends help. Okay, don't be so proud as to not let your friends help you. Or kids could be completing school and insecure about moving on, but getting over it and finding peace about moving away. Around the masculine is the Queen of Cups. And by the way, this is the masculine seeing himself as the 10 of Cups. Okay, and this was upright. Around him, though, is the Queen of Cups coming up reversed, and I'm definitely getting this as karmic energies, although it can fit any which way. I mean, if you're living with your masculine, it could be you as well. But around him is the Queen of Cups reversed, defenseless to a work situation, or alignment and cracking codes of justice, or with Libra, or aligning with a divorce final, or a Libra and a Cancer separation, or just moving on. Kids may be dressing too revealing or provocative, or behaving like a parent and drinking and partying, or giving boys sexual favors, like possibly someone may have seen their mom and dad do this, or due to stuff seen on TV or in school, which we all know happens all the time. When family reunions, like graduations and such, the karmic may be trying to get the divine masculine to have sex with her to get him back, or just to get pregnant, or just to manipulate him back in some way, right? But that could be a situation where they're already split up, but they have to come back for the kid's graduation, and her making all nice to him, and then putting out, she just might want sex, and maybe offering him sex. But then it could be a manipulation there to possibly get pregnant, or to pull him back into a bad situation, which they know doesn't work. So the masculine needs to clear blocks of ending pain and betrayals, okay? This is the blocks he needs to clear. King of Swords may be awake and divorced and or spiritual and ending the pain, or learning how to end the pain by staying present and at 0 point. But abundance came up, as well as spirituality and perseverance from the numerology deck. Abundance, spirituality, and perseverance for the masculine. As the Queen of Wands, Leo, which is reversed energy, with flame prisoner between them, boldly moving and or traveling. Leo, Cancer, Scorpio, Virgo as the Leo Queen of Wands, ending death and or transformation of the King of Wands, Shaman, who could be Aries, Libra, Scorpio, or Virgo, grounding and integrating, letting go of burdens, or confessing an offer of money or a new life now that the secret's out, or away from ignorant people or ignorance. But that either way, a big bomb is dropped, or possibly a hailstorm out of nowhere, or a leap of faith, a fresh start, may be delayed with flame. Shaman may be implementing a plan. Okay, so the last two cards here are the Starseed and that King of Wands Shaman. But the Starseed, this could be reversed or it could be turning upright at this point. Okay, so it could be either way. But the Shaman is definitely upright times 3, so he's coming into his power for sure. Okay, so this fresh start may be happening by the end of the read, but it was definitely reversed in the beginning of the read, that Fool, okay? So this is a big bomb dropped, or a hailstorm out of nowhere, leap of faith, fresh start, or not, delayed with flame. Shaman implementing a plan as the King of Wands times 3, and separation times 3 in this read. Death of the King and Queen of Wands, and I was also getting the King and the Queen go back to the green, but they may never go back there again. With the past returning, or negative past in deliberating too long, or bad decisions the masculine made in protecting his heart and refusing to see. The King of Wands and the Queen of Swords reversed, Emperor reversed, received an offer of love from God and may now see this. Or the Queen of Swords reversed may have lost control due to being in such a strong love. Okay, so as I turn the page, it's now 330, which is 30 of the Four of Wands, or the Union energy, and then the 3 again of the Empress. So due to this new love that she may have always known, but the masculine didn't understand that, and then rejected by dysfunctional family or spoiled brat, lost family money, and juggling kids and family finances or family business. So it could be all different situations there, and it just could be kids doing this stuff as well. But definitely there could be where the family were the whole cause of the masculine not reaching out, and or kids, or but just people, butting into his business or feeding him lies, or whatever the situation. There was definitely dysfunctional family involved, and then, or it could be kids as well. And then it was 333, and 33 is the Christ vibration of the Seven of Wands, needing to stand up for yourself without being defensive, fending off others. And the 3 of the Empress. Maybe the King of Wands may be yelling at kids and out of control with family, due to a big love offer he rejected due to his family, who depend on him to make all the money. So those were some of the energies. The King of Cups letting go of their wounds, giving up the battle, ending the war, challenged by separation, heartbreak, depression, stubbornness, stillness, and possibly not working. I'm destined to be with third party and needing to send a message. The Divine Masculine looking back at flame, doing research with epiphanies of letting go to express, but the expressions of communication must be back and forth. Jealousy and sincerity of Leo reversed. That Leo reversed isn't patient, so it must be him being patient as a Sagittarius or angel energy, drained by Leo and our kids. Work is okay, but not if the Sag and the Leo are working together, because Leo's reversed. Emotional happiness coming full circle with graduating kids, insecure, but getting over their sadness to leave, or their fear. Kids may be teaching us about true love, but the Queen of Cups reversed is defenseless and or possibly feeling attacked at work by Libra, and or a divorce and or a court case that's Cancer versus Libra. Queen of Cups is definitely Cancer, manipulating or over-emotional, moody, showing off, mouthing off, or giving the silent treatment, or being told to keep quiet. Grounding and integrating sudden divorce and or confession, the secrets are out as the King of Wands falling on their face, or could be getting up now as he's becoming a shaman, but could be fully in love with being a shaman or just being in love and now a shaman. Moving forward with perfect matching Mary Magdalene yellow, moving from yellow of coward to orange of shaman healer. No queens are upright, like I said, and the Empress was reversed as well. 3 kings, the 3 wise men upright, the King of Pentacles not present. Could possibly be that Emperor reversed on the way out as the patriarchy falls. Okay, so that is the read. And where are we now? All right, I'm going to let it go, but I got to show you the picks, and I will do a second read for you guys. Move this so you get a better view. Oh, sorry. Where did I go here? Yeah, okay. So this is the basic read from today. And then the full read from today. Let's see if I can get a better focus there for you guys. I know it's hard to see. Okay. Okay, my little guy from Fiji, my daughter brought back. They're so cute. My little guy. Hello. Okay, make sure you drink your water. Get your rest. Be happy. Rise and be loved.